Hi everyone, I am Mr. Sherman.
I'm Miss Thomas.
And today we're going to be talking to you about state testing, how to prepare and succeed as your child goes into the state testing this spring. So first of all, no matter what your personal feelings are on high state tests, it is inevitable that your students are going to have to participate in them. State testing is used to look at students and where they are knowledge-wise and if they've comprehended what they need to be and if they're meeting state standards. And how we do that is through unfortunate state testing, and it's computerized and not so much on paper anymore. Regardless, everyone wants to see their child succeed. We as educators want to see your child succeed. So how do we prepare for that? First of all, you have to keep a healthy mindset, and truly, how do you do that as well? Because state testing isn't something that's fun.
Research tells us that successful test takers tend to be students with good attendance, homework, and study habits. Therefore, your daily assistance with homework and your attitude towards school are going to have the biggest impact on your child's performance. In this video, we are going to discuss some additional steps you guys can take at home to help your students feel prepared for state testing in April.
Our first strategy is to promote a positive attitude and talk about testing. Adults at home should promote a positive attitude towards learning and testing. Kids should take these tests seriously and use the strategies they've learned in class, but also feel confident and mentally prepared. Adults can help students feel prepared for these tests by encouraging children to visualize success on their own and what that looks like for them. You can also take this opportunity to ask your students how they feel about testing overall and offer reassurance or perspectives if they have anxiety about exams.
The second step that we are going to talk about is coming prepared to tests. Teachers say that students who struggle the most on testing days are the students who are physically or mentally unprepared. Make sure that your student has every tool that he or she needs: pencil, an eraser, paper, a calculator. Have it all laid out the night before, as well as any paperwork that may need to be filled out. If they aren't feeling well the day of the test, it is much better to just come and do it on a makeup day rather than try to risk them having poor performance on testing day.
The third strategy that you can use is to practice eating well, exercising, and resting. In the weeks leading up to the test, it is important for students to practice having adequate sleep patterns. 8 hours is recommended. Eat balanced meals, drink plenty of water, and get plenty of exercise. Foods high in protein and water help to stimulate the brain, as well as exercise such as stretching and walking helps to supply the brain with oxygen. Eating a healthy breakfast before school, particularly on the day of the test, gives the body the fuel it needs to maintain long periods of concentration.
The fourth step that we are going to talk about is keeping testing in perspective. No test is that important. Avoid putting too much emphasis on your child's test score. Doing so can make your child feel pressured that will ultimately only affect him or her performance negatively. It is also important to not be upset by a single test score. Low test scores can occur for any number of reasons. It may have just been an off day for your child.
The fifth step is to debrief after the test. After testing day has come and gone, talk with your child about his or her results and how he or she felt about the test. By discussing his or her answers throughout the process and feelings, you can gain further insight into how they feel about tests, where they're struggling, how they're struggling, and where they're excelling in the material. Talking about testing can also help your child process the experience and overcome any anxiety that she or he may have had leading up to the exams.
So today we discussed 5 different steps that you can take to help your child have a more successful first year of testing. It doesn't have to be so scary, so I hope you guys keep these strategies in mind as we move into spring, and I look forward to seeing you guys all soon. Bye!
Bye!